Imagine there is an application with the username and password, and in order to log in, you will need the right credentials for the username and the password. But you are an hacker, so you don't need the password. So what you'll do, you will just write an SQL query and you will subvert the application logic and you will log in with the username. So this is the topic of subverting the application logic. So let's see how it works. So now we can see here that there is a topic of subverting application logic in PortSwigger Academy. So here it is written that imagine if there is an application with a username and the password, and the username is Wiener and the password is blue cheesecake. Oh, sorry, it's blue cheese. And the application checks the credential by performing the SQL query, which is a very normal thing in the backend. It runs an SQL query which will check that if the username and the password exists. So what will be the query? It is select star from users where username is equals to Wiener and password is equals to blue cheese. It's a very normal query. If the username is correct and the password is correct, the login will be successful, otherwise it will be rejected. But you are an hacker, so what will do? You will you will log in without the need for the password. So what you can use here is double dashes, which is used to remove the password check from the where clause. So how it works is, if you see the query here, select star from users where username is equals to administrator, and you are using a double dash here, and there is a check here that if the username is this is correct, then we'll proceed further. So it will check the username here that the administrator is correct, and it will comment out all these things like all the checks after this, and it will check if the password parameter is there in the query, and if there is no password or if there is any password, it will just bypass it and it will help you log in. So we'll see this practically, and I'll fire up the lab and see you there. So now you can see that we have accessed our lab. First what we'll do is we'll go to my account and we'll check if we can log in with any of the username or password here. So here what we'll do is we'll type the username administrator and I'll type a random password. Let's see what happens, what will be their output for this. And if I check my username or password is invalid. But as our task for this lab is to log in with the username administrator, what I'll do is I'll connect my proxy and I'll open the burp suite and I'll get back to you. So now as I have opened my burp suite and connected it with my proxy, now we'll see what happens in the backend if we provide the username and password. So I'll type in the administrator here and I'll type the random password like 12345 6 and I'll log in. So what I'll do is I'll try accepting the risk and continue. Yeah, so here we have uh, intercepted our connection, and as you can see, the username is administrator and password is 123456. So now I'll send it to the repeater, and what I'll show you next is, so as we have seen in the theory part of the subverting the application logic, where it was written that you can use the command dashes here to avoid the check, and it will avoid the check here, and it will pass on the pass on the query, and it will log in us. So in the repeater will check this, and I'll also show you if I don't provide the password parameter here, what will happen, as we are already assuming that all of our query after this point will be commented out. So what I'll do is I'll try showing it to you now itself. I'll remove this part and I'll send the request. So now you can see here that there is a missing parameter right here, as we have not mentioned the password parameter after this username parameter. So it will eventually check for the parameter if they are available or not, but the dashes will remove the password check or the further check in the backend that if it is correct or not. So we'll have to anyways add password parameter here. We can keep it empty because there is no check for the password, but there is a check for the parameter, as uh, it should be there. The username and password should be there in the parameters. So now if we send the request, we can see that there will be a response that 302 found and our account ID will be administrator. So what we'll do next is we will go to our proxy tab here, and we'll do the same thing. We'll change the parameters here. So what we have to do is we just have to add a dash, which is the comment, double dash, and we can keep it empty. So I'll forward this request, the same request, and I'll turn off the intercept here. So now, as you can see here, that we have logged in with the administrator username, and our lab is solved successfully. So that is what was the logic for bypassing the login request. And this was it for the video of subverting the application logic. And if you like the video, just do subscribe to the channel and let me know if you want any other content related to cybersecurity and PortSwigger Academy. So do let me know, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.